So, good day everyone. So, I'm Regine Del Rosario and now I'm going to tackle about rivalry analysis, no? So, yung word na rivalry, siguro familiar na tayo or naririnig natin or alam na natin. Pag sinabi natin rivalry, ito yung pakikipag-compete natin para sa isang object. So, ano naman pag sinabi natin rivalry analysis? So, next po. So, rivalry analysis, the intensity of rivalry among competitors is in an industry refers to the extent to which firms within an industry put pressure on one another and limit each other's profit potential. So, quarters and intensity of rivalry in an industry affects the competitive environment and influences the ability of existing firms to achieve profitability. So, dito, um, so, ayon kay Porter, when we say rivalry analysis, ito yung tindi ng tunggalian sa pagitan ng mga market. Ito yung way nila kung paano nila mas iaangat yung kumpanya nila. Ito yung pakikipagkompetensya nila sa mga kumpanya. So, halimbawa po, pag madaming uh, company na nakikipagkompetensya sa'yo, parang aggressive sila, di ba? Na i-target yung market mo. So, ano yung gagawin nila? Bababaan pa nila yung possible na magiging nila para dun sa pinuproduce nilang product or service na yung tubo nila doon sa pinuproduce nila. So, mas tatangkilikin yung mga pinuproduce nila kasi nga mababang halak. While, um, so, if high yung intensity of rivalry mo, anong effect nun? So, mahihirapan kang i-achieve yung profitability na gusto mo para dun sa mga product or services na pinuproduce mo. So, next po. So, we have here the intensity of rivalry analysis, no? Ayon kay Porters. So, the first one is the intensity of rivalry is high if competitors are numerous o marami kang kakompetensya. Competitors have equal size, competitors have equal market share, industry growth is low o yung pagyabong o yung paglago ng industry mo, napakabagal. Tapos, fixed costs are high, products are undifferentiated, o yung mga product or services na pinoproduce mo is marami namang katulad o kaparehas lang na ng nasa market. Then, second is brand loyalty is insignificant. Yung pinoproduce mong brand para dun sa mga product mo or services is hindi naman kilala or hindi masyadong naririnig. Consumer switching costs are low. Competitors are strategically diverse. There is excess production capacity. Then last is exit barriers are high. Pag sinabi nating exit barriers, ito yung So, pag sinabi nating exit barriers, ito yung mga pagsubok na nararanasan ng mga kumpanya. Then, intensity of rivalry is low if competitors are few. Competitors have an equal size. Competitors have an equal market share. Industry growth is fast. Saan na ba ako? Industry growth is fast. Fixed costs are low. Products are differentiated. Pag sinabi natin differentiated, yung pinoproduce mo product or services is wala naman kaparehas na nasa market or yung pinoproduce mo is kakaiba or mas attractive, ganun. So, brand loyalty is significant. Kilala yung pinoproduce mong brand. Then, consumer switching costs are high. Competitors are not strategically diverse. Then, there is no excess production capacity. And last is exit barriers are low. Yung mga incoming na problema pa lang is nasusolusyonan na agad. Next po. So, dito naman may interpretation si Porters about dun sa tinakal ko kanina, yung high and low intensity. So dito, dito may um, interpretation si Porters, no? So, pag low yung intensity of rivalry mo, nagiging attractive siya. Tapos yung possible na tubo pa or yung mga possible na tubo mo para dun sa product or services mo is pwede mong taasan. Then if high yung intensity of rivalry mo, syempre high nga, maraming gustong makipagkompetensya sa iyo. So bababaan mo pa yung tubo mo para dun sa pinoproduce mo para lang tangkilikin yung product or services na pinoproduce mo. Next po. So dito, lagi lang natin tandaan nung sa tinakil ko nga kanina na if high yung intensity of rivalry mo, nagiging competitive yung isang market, tapos binababaan pa nila yung magiging tubo nila para dun sa mga nakikipag-compete sa kanila. On the other hand naman, if low yung intensity of rivalry mo, di sila nakikipag-compete sa iba kasi nga attractive sila, parang mas sila pa yung pinupuntahan ng mga customer. So, if um, if low yung intensity of rivalry natin, hindi tayo makikipag-compete sa iba. Tapos yung possible na tubo or yung profit na gusto natin or yung gusto nating achieve na profit para dun sa product or dun sa services na pinoproduce natin is pwede pa natin taasan. So, ayun lang po. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. So, my topic for today will be all about competitive dynamics. Wait lang. So, competitive dynamics is about total set of action and response of all firms competing within a market. Sa market is, and sa business, more on competition siya, di ba? So, yung mga business firms, gumagawa sila ng mga competitive actions para mag-top sa business industry. Dynamic means constant change. So, bawat business firms ay nagbabago-bago ng competitive actions to strengthen or defend their competitive positions. Pa-next po. So, next. Pa-next po. So, in competitive dynamics, markets are often categorized into slow, fast cycle, and standard cycle markets. And next po. Next po. Next po. And the first one is yung slow cycle market. Slow cycle market in which the firm's competitive advantage are shielded from imitation for what are commonly long periods of time and where imitation is costly. So, dito sa slow cycle market is yung mga products nila is unique, valuable, and hard to imitate resources. Nagpo-produce sila ng mga products na mahal and mahirap gayahin para hindi agad sila magaya ng ibang business firms. And dito, hindi sila nagbabago agad ng products nila. Mas nagpo-focus sila sa pag-maintain and pag-enhance ng product nila para mas maging challenging sa ibang business firms na gayahin yung strategy nila, which can result into slower pace of competition. Example dito is yung sa slow cycle market. Yung example nito is yung sa pharmaceutical industry. Before ka makapag-develop ng new drug, madami pang kailangan ng oras, resource, and super costly niya. And kailangan pa ng maraming research. So, pag pati nagkaroon na siya ng patent protection, hindi mo na siya, pwede mo siyang, yun nga, i-prevent na yung ibang companies na mag-produce ng drug na nagawa mo, which can sustain their competitive advantage. Other example pa dito is yung Louis Vuitton. Diba, they have unique designs, they have strong brand image, and that will make their products difficult to imitate. Pa-next po. Next po. Sige, bilisan ko na lang. Next po. Next po. Sa ano na? Fast cycle market. Yan. Yan. Sa second one is yung fast cycle market. Kung sa slow cycle market is mahirap gayahin, sa fast cycle market is madali lang siyang gayahin and madali lang palitan. Short-lived lang yung products nila. Mas nagpo-focus lang sila through innovation. Sample dito is sa mobile phone industry. Since sa phone, di ba, pare-pares lang naman silang may camera. Ang ginagawa ng halimbawa sa iPhone, sa nag pinapalinaw nila ng pinapalinaw yung megapixels ng camera nila para mag-top sa business industry. Eh ngayon, yung Android phones, nakikipagsabayan na rin siya. So, ang ginagawa ng iPhone is mas ini-improve niya pa yung quality ng features ng product nila. So, ganun lang. Sa fast cycle market, pag nag improve yung company na to, mag improve din yung company na to. So, yun, mabilis lang yung competitive dynamics nila. Yan. Pa-next po. Next po. So, standard cycle market. Yes. Ay, hindi ba na ano? Ayan, yan. Yung last one is standard cycle market. Both, nagpapossess siya ng both slow and fast characteristic na markets na shielded from imitation and they are focused on continuous upgrade. So, para hindi sila agad magaya ng ibang business firms is nag-i-innovate. Mas focus lang sila sa pag-explore ng new opportunities. For example, dito is yung um, shampoo or cosmetics, skincare. Ginagawa nila is mas nagdadagdag sila ng formulation or nag introduce sila ng new products or nagbabago sila ng mga packaging depende sa customer preferences or sa mga uso. So, they are changing their product through innovation. Ganun sila makipag-compete. Yun lang po. Next na. Thank you.
So now, let me discuss the competitive rivalry. So, palex po ng slide. Next slide, please. Ayan. So, competitive rivalry occurs when companies compete for a favorable market position responding to pressure or opportunities. So, when we say competitive rivalry, these are those market na kung saan gumagawa sila ng innovation para mas ma-improve yung kanilang mga product. For example, is yung sa iPhone and sa Honor. 'Di ba yung yung iPhone, naglabas sila ng bagong unit which is yung iPhone 15 and nag-boom siya sa lahat nag-boom yung market niya since bago nga. And iniisip ng mga tao, once na naka-iPhone 15 ka, ayun, may kaya ka, mayaman ka, gano'n. And then, naglabas ngayon yung ng Honor X90, which is mababa yung presyo pero high quality. Kagaya ng mga ini-endorse ng mga vloggers, which is inahagis-hagis nila, pinupukpok nila, pero matibay pa rin. So, ayun naman yung pinagkaibahan nila. Yung isa, nag-i-innovate sila ng mas mataas yung quality, pero mas mataas din yung price. While yung isa naman, nag-i-innovate sila, pero binababaan nila yung price. So, next. Next slide, please. Pa-next po. Ayan. So, dito naman, sa competitive analysis, there are market commonality and resource similarity. Tapos, next nun is yung drivers of competitive behavior, which is nandun yung awareness, motivation, ability, while naman yung inter-firm rivalry at saka yung likelihood of response. Sa inter-firm rivalry, meron siyang dalawang types, which is likelihood of attach and likelihood of response. So likelihood of attach, andun yung first mover incentives, organizational size, quality, while sa likelihood of response, andun yung type of competitive action, reputation, market dependence, and yung magiging outcome nitong lahat is magiging result of market position, financial performance, as well as yung magiging feedback ng buong competitive rivalry model. Tapos pa-next slide po. Ibig sabihin nito is, nagkakaroon ng iba't ibang strategy and tactics ang iba't ibang branch to promote and innovate their products. So, para mas maging boom sila sa market, which is, yun yung ginawa ng iPhone, ng may Apple, which is naglabas sila ng iPhone 15 incentives. These are relying in the superior research and development skills na in-influence ni Joseph Schumpeter's which is yung ang pinaka-focus nila is innovation, which is yung nangyayari sa iba't ibang product ngayon na nagkakaroon ng iba't ibang specs ng phone, iba't ibang quality ng phone. Kumbaga, hindi na siya about sa price ng phone eh. Syempre may mga tao naman na hindi afford yung mga mamahaling cellphone, kaya nagtsatsaga sila sa mababa yung presyo pero high quality. Pa-next slide, please. Ayun, yung first mover in fast cycle na yung kanina explain ni Aison, it is the competitive valuation, revenue, customers loyalty, and market share, making them more competitive and subsequent rivalry. So sa first movers, mas nagkakaroon ng malaking fast cycle yung markets kapag nagkaroon ng mas malaking revenue or magkaroon sila ng customer loyalty. Next slide, please. Yung second mover incentives naman, it is focusing on the customer reactions and efficiency, avoiding mistakes and excessive spending. So dito naman sa second mover incentives, mas iniisip nila yung ano yung maging reaction ng customers. Kasi ayun nila, pag once na ba siyang isang product, ayun yung malaking chance na lumubog yung isang company. Next slide, please. Dito naman sa late mover incentives, yung action na ginagawa nila is significant delay, achieving slower success than first and second movers through it better than none. So next slide, please. So dito naman, it talks about din, kanina nag-explain na rin ako about sa factors affecting likelihood of attack. So andito yung first mover, second mover, late mover, small firms as well as large firms. So ito na lang i-discuss ko. In small firms, it is more likely about quicker competitive actions, while in large firm is about likely to initiate more competitive and strategic actions. So that's all, and thank you so much for listening.